morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On for your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On, and he's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. Cricket, how are we doing this morning, man? You didn't get to watch much football yesterday because you were a little bit busy having some fun, huh? A little birthday shenanigans.
Man, little birthday shenanigans. Went out to Top Golf. We were out there for a while.
Ooh.
Piss Ant, Buku, Cody and Cody, Jake, all my guys rolled through, man. It was a good time. Dude, we had fun yesterday. I was drinking mimosas and things. I'm feeling a little bit this morning, but no, I did not see much football, sir. How you
Well,
doing,
hey.
man? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a good weekend. Family, and people kind of, I don't want to say like super sick, just not feeling good yesterday. So kind of taking care of everyone while, running around, cleaning up the house, doing the usual weekend things. I actually got to watch some football though. It was nice. We were all around it for the underdog picks. I don't know how we were just talking about this. I don't know how the Titans didn't get Derrick Henry going yesterday. 16 carries for 9 yards. I think it was, right? Something like
Gross.
at one point it was 9 carries for 0 yards.
Yeah, man, got 16 carries, average 0.6 yards a carry yesterday. I was just looking at that and I was like, what the hell's going on here, man?
You're on the 1 yard line and you don't hand it off to Derrick Henry to get the touchdown. That was like our big one. That was one of our big like $50 entries that all we needed was a Derrick Henry touchdown. He was minus 220 to get a touchdown yesterday. So we felt pretty good about it. They're on the 1 yard line and they don't give it to Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But that happens.
Like hey, shout out to the missus, man. She got me a new coffee cup, man. It's got the score from the Tennessee Alabama game we were on up there. So hell yeah, man. It was pretty shout out to the little SD14 fan there, man.
Shout out indeed. I thought you were gonna say it says Sports Morning Espresso Shot on it, but we'll get some of those too. We should probably get some of those. At least
we might get some of those. Yeah, we might have to do that, man.
Buku's in the house. He says, "Morning, boys. Good morning. Good morning." Yeah,
what, that boy can hit a golf ball now.
Oh yeah,
he swells up on it. He swells up on it. Gets mad at it, man.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
That's right.
Healthport's in the house. Says, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning." Yeah. What was I gonna say? I lost it. Oh well. Oh, I went live yesterday. Felt weird going live in the middle of the day on a Sunday because I never do it, but I wanted to break down the Sunday night football game with the underdog picks, and God, wasn't good. It didn't work out. It mainly because the Ravens just beat that ass, which is fine, but like, so the Ravens win. Did you see any of this game? The Ravens win 23-7.
I saw a very little bit. Real quick. Good morning, Nick. How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Nick.
I saw a little bit of it, man. I saw a little bit of it, probably the third quarter. Things about what I saw. I got home, cooked some dinner, and saw a little bit of it. And after that, I went to watch an X-Files, man. I was like, I didn't watch any football today. I'm just gonna watch X-Files tonight. So it was 10-7, I think, but it was a weird game from what I saw.
It was weird. It stayed close for scoreboard. It looked close, but the Ravens were just dominating. The Ravens defense showed up in a big way last night, and that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of the underdog picks didn't hit, because a lot of the favorite things for the Ravens to go over didn't go. I mean, Lamar didn't even go over his passing yards, which was like 216. I think he got like 171. But Lamar made, which was crazy because he kept making big play after big play after he kept like scrambling around, avoiding the sack, and then hucking one. Oh my God, there was a play where he avoided a sack and he threw it up to Likely, who snagged it out of 2 defenders' hands.
I did see that one, bro. I did see that one. There's a couple plays right before that where he looked like he was like slalom skiing or something through the defensive tackles. It was unreal. He put a move on. Foye Oluokun has led the NFL in tackles the last 2 seasons, and he made him look like a little bitty kid. This movie put on one day, and it didn't even look like he's moving like fast. Like he looks like he's just kind of moseying through it, and he broke down the man that has led the league in tackles the last 2 seasons like he's a little kid. It's kind of crazy, man. That dude's unreal.
Oh, one of my underdog picks, by the way, Loki's in the house over on Rumble. Good morning, Loki. One of my picks that screwed us, Heavy Steps and I did a big 5-leg $50 parlay on underdog, and it died at halftime because Zay Jones was like, to go under. Underdog had him at 41.5, and to go under 40.5 receiving yards was like minus 143. And I'm like, oh, I love that. And he ended up getting hurt and going out of the game in like the third quarter.
Oh, and he still got there?
He got there because of this first half The way the first half ended, he caught a deep pass down the sideline, which, by the way, ended up leading to 0 points for the Jacks because they whole thing up at the end of the first half of being able to punch it in there. But yeah, he had that was the one that did it. And I was just like, you mother.
It's why we can't have nice things, man.
This is why we can't have nice things. Oh God. Healthport says went 15-4 in the NFL this weekend.
Damn, son.
Ooh, that's
I
a
see
nice
you out there.
weekend. That's a nice weekend. What was I gonna say? I was hoping it came down to it. Now, Denver's kicker screwed our big kicker 5-leg kicker parlay that we had going from Thursday to Sunday, right? But I was hoping it would have came down to, remember, I was like, watch, this is going to come down to Dallas's kicker. And then sure enough, I'm pretty sure it was Dallas's kicker that did not get over on that one. Now, Denver's kicker didn't get there either, but I was hoping.
Right.
I was hoping we were going into that. Speaking of Dallas, let's talk about that game. Patriot 4-6-5's in the house. What's going on, buddy? How you feeling today? I don't want to rub it in too much, but your team's a bunch of frauds, and they suck. They can't beat anyone good. But really, it feels like the Cowboys and the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins got the win yesterday, who have they beat that's good? The Bills, who are not a running team, decided to say, you know what? There's one way to beat this Cowboys team, which the defense is a little bit undersized up front. We just got to run the ball down their throats. And James Cook says, don't worry, guys. I'll go 25 carries, 179 yards, and a touchdown. That didn't count what he did receiving. I mean, I saw this. I couldn't believe it, Cricket. I know you didn't see much of this game, but Josh Allen was only 7 of 15 for 94 yards in this game.
Holy shit. Like I said, I didn't see a play this game, but if I look at that scoreboard and you'd have told me Josh Allen didn't break 100 yards passing, I'd have been like, you're a liar.
Yeah. It was literally, they just ran the ball down the Cowboys' throat. It was gross.
Yeah, man, that was what player prop I whiffed real hard on yesterday. I figured James Cook had him a big game last week. That's my guys. We're on fantasy guys, too. I was like, he had a big game last week. They'll back off of it a little bit this week. Wrong.
No, man. If you sat him on your bench this week, especially
I didn't. I just bet him under on his yards. So at least I got something out of it. At least it didn't have him on the bench. So
yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, ooh, that was not what we were. I should have known when we all liked Dallas in our contest picks that Dallas was going to lose.
Guarantee.
Hey, by the way, another 4-1 week for me in the contest. Nice. I'm making a big comeback in that in my bet online one. I think I broke the top 30 finally. I think I'm like 20 something now, but 4-1 3 weeks in a row for the quarterly prize. It's got me in it. I'm in it, man. I'm in it. I'm right there. I'm like a point behind.
Chip in a chair, bro. That's all we ever asked for right there.
80% 3 weeks in a row. The goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers was my one loser in that one. That was embarrassing.
Pittsburgh Steelers. That was another weird game, man. I did get to watch a little bit of that one. I think, bro.
But
go ahead. Get to it.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, I had over 42.5 in that Steelers game and thought there was no reason they were going to have to kick that field goal at the end. Matt Gay already missed 2 field goals. They had no reason to kick that field goal with 20 seconds left or whatever it was. We had even walked outside. I'd already chalked it up as an L. Came back in, saw the final 30-13. I was like, what are these fools doing? We love them. Yeah, let Matt Gay kick again. He's already missed 2. Just let him kick again. They did. They got him on the board.
He ended up making a ton. Patriot 465 says your team lost 2 and your coach is a fraud. Hey, the only difference between me and you is I'm happy my team lost. My wife tried talking shit to me yesterday when I turned on the Patriot game and we scored a touchdown. She goes, "Why are you getting excited? You guys are going to get your ass kicked today." And I go, "I hope we do. I sure hope we do, so we can keep the Panthers won as well. So I sure hope we do. We got a shot at the number 1 overall pick. Let's go.
Let's go, baby." Yeah, dude, there were 2 totals yesterday at 39.5. I was pretty confident one was going over, one was going under. Turns out I picked them the wrong way.
Let me guess, you were on the under in this Patriots game?
I was on the over. Yeah, excuse me. I was on the under in this Patriots game, on the over in the Giants Saints game. So one went under, one went over. I just picked the wrong ones.
Well, one of my favorite underdog picks hitting this one, that was Clyde Edwards-Helaire under his rushing yards. He ended up popping off towards the end of the game. He popped off a 20-yard run, and I'm like,
ugh,
oh boy,
those are scary. Those are
But
scary.
hey, how about Patriot 4-6? So I'm sitting here and I'm wondering. One thing that I do really, really well when it comes to sports betting is I just take in a bunch of information and I kind of see, and sometimes it takes me a while throughout the season to get like locked in, but like I see where a lot of sharp people are at, and I see where a lot of public people are at, and I kind of analyze it and try to figure out how did they get there. You know what I mean?
Right,
Thinking,
right.
thinking like how they should be thinking, and then
Yeah.
trying to see where they might be overthinking it or just kind of where it might be wrong. Well, we got Patriot 4-6-5, and he's always bringing to us Rashee Rice and these underdog picks. I'm like, man,
He's
he's
a
all
stud,
over
bro.
him. He's all over him. I now know why he likes him. He's from SMU. I didn't realize that. And I go, oh, this makes sense why he always loves Rashee.
He is an
He's from
SMU guy. I forgot
SMU.
about that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Man, that guy's playing some football right now, man.
Yeah.
He looks good out there, bro. That guy, I mean,
9
they might
catches,
finally.
91 yards, and a tutty.
I just throw it to him or Travis Kelce. Anybody else wouldn't be allowed to touch the football.
Travis Kelce couldn't catch the football yesterday, even
Oh,
with
man, he
Taylor
dropped
Swift.
the tutty. We had him under half touchdown. I did look up. We were talking about when I looked up to see him drop that touchdown. She was even in the house, wasn't she?
Uh-huh.
She was even there. You got to catch that one, Travie.
Yeah. They had
Man.
someone yell, I'll see if I can pull it up, see if I have it, but it looks like she yelled fuck. But I don't think she did. I think she said something else.
Frig.
She said foul or something like that, or like because she was like there should have been a flag on it and there wasn't.
Foul. Screaming like she had a
Everyone's like
basketball game or something.
retweeting it saying there are children watching.
Well, that's your fault, Mom and Dad.
Absolutely. Let's see. Healthport says Cowboys are notorious for this. Yeah. I just don't. The thing about the Cowboys, I don't know what they're going to do when they go up against San Francisco again, because their weakness is they can't stop the run. And guess what San Francisco is going to do? Run it right down your goddamn throat.
Yeah, too. Everybody healthy, all the different weapons in that offense does create some mismatches among that against every defense, really. But
Kirby says, well, as a Steelers fan, it's time to tank, and it could be worse. Could be the Jets. Yeah, the Jets got eliminated from the playoffs yesterday. But also, Derpy, it's too late to tank. Like at least for this season, you guys are at 500. That's the worst thing you could be is like average, because you're always drafting in that like 15 to 20 range in the NFL draft.
Like I said, my Buccaneers yesterday, we big win up in Lambeau, get to 7-7. I was rooting real hard at the beginning of the year. I was like, man, I want one of these top 2 quarterbacks. We're not even going to be close to getting one of those guys.
Peter says, way back when you all did the Kansas City draft, I told you about him. Look at that show and see. No, I believe you. Like when we did the preview in the summer of Kansas City, I believe you. I was just curious about him, and I'm like, how did he catch your eye? Like, why is he on your radar? Because it took him a little while to get going this year. Because I remember there was high hopes for him at the beginning of the season for fantasy wise, and then he's starting to click now. I just was curious, and then when they told me he was out of SMU yesterday, I was like,
oh, that's where it all clicked.
It all makes sense.
I remember Patriot has been talking about this guy for some months now. So back way before they were even playing football again, I remember him mentioning this guy. So yeah, finally starting to make some plays for the Cats.
Derpy says, remember when everyone thought the Jets were going to win the Super Bowl? I mean, they also, to be fair, they thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be there.
Yeah.
So
they were pretty sure Zach Wilson wasn't going to have to play any meaningful snaps all year long.
Because if anyone thought Zach Wilson was going to win the Super Bowl, like as a starter, I would have taken all their bets.
All of them.
I would have booked it all.
Probably gave you odds boosts.
Yeah, give you the little chili pepper.
Yeah, you definitely got the chili pepper.
Oh, boy. Yeah, dude, I am still like, this is disgusting. We'll get back to these games real quick, but this is disgusting. Oh, how do you not get this guy going? That's all we needed, Cricket. I'll probably curse us for posting this.
Golly, no kidding, man. If you'd have told me he had 16 carries, I'd have felt pretty good about us getting over that number.
I know we don't like to buy insurance on these things, but we might need to start looking at it. We keep missing by one. I'm looking through our underdog things, and maybe I should have just not got the login to the underdog or whatnot, but I'm looking through it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is gross.
Could we can we do the insurance in the pick'ems?
Yeah.
Can we do those in the pick'ems?
Yeah, it just knocks it down from like if you had a 4-pick contest, it knocks it to a 3-pick contest.
Y'all still never taught me into buying insurance at the blackjack table, but we can do it in the underdog pick'em.
I found you something funny. found you something funny about Taylor Swift for you.
Oh no.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. Kind of does, bro. Kind of does. That's a fair assessment there.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that one. I thought of you last night. I'm like, oh, we're bringing this up on the show.
Yeah. That seems about right.
Derby says I wasn't worried about Dallas because it's the same thing as usual. Then I know what the heck was last night's game. Yeah. I feel you. Poor Patriot 465. You knew it was gonna come around today to you. We've been praising the Cowboys. You know, when they have a bad game, they've got to dish it back to them a little bit. Let's go over the games this weekend, though. Bengals defeat the Vikings 27-24. So these are Saturday games in overtime. Kind of a poor Heavy Steps, man. Poor Heavy Steps. The dude, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Heavy Steps has been on a massive cold streak. And on Saturday, he went like 0-12-1. And one of his bets, actually, he counted his push as a loss. Drew, good morning. Think Hurts plays tonight. Heard he's pretty sick. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. I don't know if you heard anything about that, Cricket, but that's interesting.
Talk about
it. What was I gonna say? Oh, he's been he counted his push as a loss too because it was a loss. He didn't realize, and this is a good lesson to everyone out there. And yes, Patriot, I will check X here in a second. He didn't realize that when you use free play, because he apparently had been saving up his free play over on Bet Online for since he opened his account. It had like $150 saved up in there.
Who are we talking about?
Heavy Steps.
Okay.
And he used a free play over there, and it was the Vikings +3. And if you saw the way that game ended, that was a terrible loss for Heavy Steps there, giving up 21 points, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to put this thing to overtime, and then the Bengals to win by 3. So his bet pushed, and he found out the hard way, and he said he got a little bit angry and took it out on one of the chat ladies over there, the customer service ladies, because he didn't realize that a free play, when it pushes, you don't get refunded. It's gone.
You don't get another free play. It's just gone.
It's gone. That's the rules.
Got to read
found
the
out the hard
print.
way. Ooh, I was
man, yeah. That poor lady found out the hard way.
So he was on a little bit of a cold streak there, but yesterday he was on a heater. He kind of started bouncing back yesterday, but man,
good.
Yeah.
I know my guy had a rough couple days. Man, a rough Saturday too. Hell, I think I went 0-5 to start the college bowl season right there. So I was like, well, all right. We got a lot of football left, I guess.
Loki says Henderson on the Bengals is legit. He wrecked the Vikings. He sure did. Took him a while to get going, but yeah, the Bengals get the win 27-24. You catch any of this game?
I didn't get to see a little bit of this one. Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of stopped. I didn't get to see the exciting part at the end because I thought it was pretty much over, man. We were invested in college football at this point in time because this was a pretty terrible game every time I turned it over there, but the Bengals just kept hanging around.
Oh, my God. Now I feel bad for Patriot for 165. I really do. Look at this. How gross is this? He had 5 picks to win $150. One loser. The kicker.
Man.
A trusty kicker.
His kicker. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man, that's brutal. Did he miss? Did he miss any? Or no, he probably only got.
I don't think they had a chance.
Is he missed? I started to say he's only missed.
That guy don't miss.
Missed a field goal all year long.
Dude, when that guy's out there and they give him a chance to make a field goal,
this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
Straight up, I'm pretty sure he's perfect this year.
He is. They mentioned it when he made that kick.
Okay,
yesterday.
I felt like I remember hearing that last week when he made 2 59-yarders or whatever.
Patriot wants me to pull up the contest picks. I will working on that right now, getting logged in for that. But yeah, dude, Minnesota running back Minnesota. They had a chance here, man. They had a chance here to get, to be 8-6 on the season and be one game, or I guess just a couple games back of the Lions, which they needed. But now it looks like the Lions are going to win that division, unless they slip up. The Lions could lose another game and still lose both games to the Vikings and still win the division. I'm pretty sure they've got it locked up, or it's damn near.
Oh, they got to lose the rest of them then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot then.
Yeah. So yeah, the Lions would have to. So the Vikings have to win out, and then the Lions would have to lose 3 straight, which would include 2 of the Vikings.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Lions basically won the division.
I like their spot.
Yeah, like where they're at. The Colts slapped the Steelers upside the head, ruining all sorts of teasers for people. I don't know what the hell the Steelers were doing. I don't know what the hell got into Gardner Minshew. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we just don't fade Gardner Minshew on a Saturday. That guy puts up numbers on a Saturday. 3 tutties. You know what I mean?
Crazy, bro. Crazy. Football player, man.
I was a huge piece of shit when I made the joke of when Michael Pittman Jr. went out. I go, hey, his under 7 catches.
I saw it. God, that hit looked like it could have been a lot worse, bro.
Dude, it could have. The fact that he got up and walked off on his own. Yeah.
I thought he was dead. Literally, when they hit, we were at Buku's, and I said, that guy, he's dead. Yeah. I thought he was, man. I didn't see it. When he got up, walked off, I was like, that's a grown man right there. Get up, walk away from that hit.
Yeah, my buddy who always over exaggerates every single thing when there's an injury in the NFL or something like that. He was like, "Oh my God, fractured spine." I'm like, you might not be wrong.
I started to say you might not even be exaggerating on that hit, man. That was they lit him up. They threw dude out of the game immediately.
Yeah, there was some hits yesterday that I'm like, how did the guy on Saturday get thrown out and you guys are still playing? Like after some of these personal fouls, I'm like, damn.
I wasn't really aware that. I feel like we just haven't seen that much. A guy getting thrown out in the NFL like that. You usually get the unnecessary roughness and all that stuff, but you don't usually see him get. I mean, it's got to be a pretty egregious hit, and that one I thought was. I thought that one he should have been a little more conscious of how he could have hurt that dude real bad.
I'll be right back. Talk about these games. I'll be right back.
You're good, man. You're good. The Lions lit the Broncos up on Saturday night. They really just came out, showed out. Struggled last couple weeks right there. The Broncos have been playing pretty well, but the Lions came out and did the damn thing in this one, man. Jared Goff had him a good day, 278 there. And let's say 5 TDs. Jared Goff threw 5 touchdown passes. I didn't realize he threw 5 touchdown passes. That's pretty crazy, man. Jahmyr Gibbs had another good day. Damn, David Montgomery, they gave him too many carries, but I'm going to say there'll be days like this. Amon-Ra showed back up, but the Lions really just dominated the Broncos at every facet of this game right here. Gave up the touchdown late. I mean, they didn't score a point in the first half as the Broncos didn't. They were down 21-0. It was a big day for the Lions in this one, man.
It was. Did you see? I got to see if I have it over here on Twitter. I got a bunch of things to pull. We're jumping all around the places.
Yeah, you're good, man. It's Monday. That's what we do.
It's Monday, yeah. But Sean Payton lit into Russell Wilson on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know why because they did it was I think a 4th down play and they did a run play, but they did a pitch out and they didn't get it. It was something like that from what I remember. And he's just going into Russell Wilson on the sideline. I'm like, Russ didn't do the wrong thing, but I'm like, oh, maybe he audibled out of a play.
I started to say
I did that one.
He might have audible into the play where everybody else did something wrong.
The memes that came from it were so funny. I got to see it. I can't remember if I retweeted it or not, if I just saw it on my phone, but it was like when dad catches you changing the thermostat, just Sean Payton just yelling and freaking out.
Put that fucking remote down.
Shit like that. Oh man, it was so funny. So funny. Oh god. Let's see. What's up?
Nothing. I was just saying, well, sometimes you need your ass chewed out. If you're screwing up, daddy needs to get on you a little bit.
Yeah. Amon St. Brown, though, him and Gibbs, God, they had themselves a day. Actually, you know who had themselves a day? Look at that. Jared Goff, 5 tutties.
I just realized he threw 5 touchdowns. While you were gone, I was looking at the stats. I was say 5 touchdowns. I didn't realize he threw 5 touchdown passes. The guy's a good football player, too, man. He has some tough days, but you get him in a dome, that boy can spin it. Go ahead.
No, I was just making a joke. MVP. Browns did a nice comeback. Joe Flacco leads them to this.
There's an MVP
overtime. Yeah, he had a late touchdown to Amari Cooper up the sideline to tie it up, and then it looks like all but certain that we're going to overtime. And no, finds Njoku, gets some field goal range, get the win. That ruined a lot of people's picks. I know that for contests and stuff like that. That was a push. Man, I'm so glad I stayed away from this. I was looking at Njoku, and I'm like, man, Flacco's been going to Njoku a lot. and his like targets were like 7 on underdog. I'm like, I bet you he goes under that now. I think everyone's thinking he's gonna motherfucker had like 10 catches and 104 yards. I'm like,
I don't know why he does it every week, man.
And he does now that Joe's there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I didn't start him in fantasy. Of course I didn't. He had like 24 points.
God, he's been freaking out, man, since he melted his face off. That dude just has games every week.
Maybe he's just mad. You know what I mean?
It might be.
Patriot 4 said, dude, speaking of, look at this. Look who's coming back. 42 points now within striking distance of the top 5. Look at this. The super pod entry, 41. How about that?
What do I go? 2-2. Get 2 pushes there.
Yeah, you had the Browns push. You had the Bengals push. Yeah.
Go Seahawks.
Yeah, you can still get a win there with the Seahawks. I had a feeling I stayed away from all the Titans because, like, you know those stale lines that I do for the bet online contest has. They had Titans -2.5, and I go, everyone's gonna take Titans -2.5. Every single person's gonna take that. Same thing with like the Jets. Everyone's gonna take the Jets because it's +9.5 and it closed at -7. And I'm like, I'm staying away from those games, even though I wanted to take Miami still, because I'm like, I still think Miami without Tyreek. I'm like, they're gonna beat the shit out of the Jets. It's the Jets. And it's not like Miami didn't know all week that Tyreek wasn't gonna play. They practiced the whole week without him.
Yeah, my dumbass yesterday with all the festivities going on forgot to sub Tyreek out. Oh, left him sitting there with it. Actually, it didn't hurt me too bad. Could have hurt me a lot worse, but come on, Cricket, be better, bro.
Yeah,
like you said, the man didn't practice all fucking week.
Dude, it's tough to stay up on top of everything every single week. You know what I mean? Like,
there's a lot. Hell, bro, in the little thing we've been doing, the little picking we've been doing all year long, and for Game On, for NFL, I didn't even put any picks in on Thursday or Saturday. Forgot all about them. I entered those yesterday morning. Forgot all about them.
No way.
Yeah,
that's huge, dude. That's huge,
bro. I'll let y'all back in it, man.
Well, my dumbass, and we'll get to this. We'll pull that up. We'll pull up the other stuff. Like I said, we're jumping all over the place. My dumbass in our college football contest, right? I made all my picks. I forgot because I was wondering, I'm like, God, we got a lot of people in here. And then I'm like, how the hell do people have multiple entries? And I'm like, oh, I forgot to change it. So congrats to you if you took advantage of it. You can have up to 3 entries in that thing.
It looks like some people also may have let like other people play under their name too. Like some of them, like maybe they live in the same household. Maybe someone doesn't have an account. So it looks like some of those may be like different people because they got like different name changes, but they're from the same person.
I don't care.
Either way, whatever. You got it. You got it. It's our bad.
Yeah.
We're not,
I meant to do 1 entry because that's what you should get. But hey, it's too late now. If you got 3 entries in there, congrats to you. You're still
whatever entry wins that gets a free jersey. Whatever entry wins it. We don't care whose it is. Whatever entry wins it gets a free jersey.
Absolutely. Patriot 465 sitting at 41.5, but he still has the Seahawks tonight, so he gets that cover. He'll be looking good. And Heavy Steps looking pretty good. He's up. He's just right outside the top 500. And the time that I don't go through and change Heavy Steps picks, I really wanted to do this one. I'm not gonna lie because I knew it's just I told you guys the Saints were covering this game, and they sure as shit, man. And they came marching in. That one was never a doubt. Hey, by the way, I didn't want to bring this up to you because I didn't want you to feel bad about it yesterday. But I was looking at my underdog picks that I had you put in for me, and there was one that you flipped.
I did.
Accident. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Which
you
one?
Did. Thibodeau sacks. You put over, and I wanted under.
Did you really? Oh my God.
But
hey, this morning.
I was hoping. I was hoping. I was so hoping that it came. It didn't come down to that one. That one lost because it actually did go under. It didn't go over. Or I was hoping that was. I was hoping either that one cost me or you helped me win it, so that way we'd have a good story about it, and I could just either give you shit or I could thank you. It's all right. I had another one that didn't hit, so it was fine. It didn't matter anyways. But I just was laughing at it because I was like, oh, you guys give me shit about flipping picks all the time. And I know it was an honest mistake, but I was going to come in here and give you so much shit.
Because there was a few entries you wanted, like receptions on a couple people that weren't available. So I was trying to text you like real time while I was putting them in to make sure what you wanted on them. And I still screwed it up. Be better, Cricket.
I know. And because I had stayed up, I stayed up late Saturday night doing all those things. And so I should have known that a bunch of those picks would have changed in the morning. So when you were texting me that they changed, I was at the store. So I'm like in the middle
Can't
and
even
I'm
look
like,
at
oh
it.
shit,
That's
I'm
why I was trying
get
to let
back.
you know what they were at right now.
Yeah. It was.
God.
I was gonna laugh if it came.
Well,
I was hoping actually that he would have got a sack, but my handicap on it was I'm like, the Giants blitz a lot, but Carr is really good at dealing with the blitz. So I doubt he's gonna have to get the ball out quick. So I doubt he's gonna get sacked much today, let alone from
and he
Thibodeau.
did.
And he didn't. And it was like minus 143 that he wouldn't. So I was like, yeah, I like the under. And I saw that you had the over, and I was like, oh shit.
Damn, my bad. That's my
That was
bad.
the only one though. Out of like how many picks did I give you? A ton?
There's several. I got the rest of them right. I did get the rest of them right.
Yeah. So we're good. It would have been funny. That would have been funny if that's how it worked out.
I need a
Would've had
refill
good
real quick,
story.
sir.
All right, go get your refill. You leave right as we were about to talk about your Buccaneers. Man, they came out. I think Baker, when we want to talk about MVP, it might be Baker Mayfield. 381 yards, 4 touchdowns as the Buccaneers get a 34-20 win over the Packers. Just dominated. So much for all those stats about Baker, back-to-back road games in the NFL. He threw all that. This is why the NFL is so funny. Dude, you could have all these stats. You can have the best handicap in the world out there. And you could take all the odds and all the statistics in your favor and the probabilities, and you, as cricket likes to say, you still have to play the game. And the Buccaneers went out and played the game, and the Buccaneers looked like a competent football team. I hate to say that because, they're going to screw it up this next week or find a way to come back down to earth. But the Buccaneers get a nice dominating road win, 34-20 against the Packers. Jordan Love continues to look like a pumpkin out there, just not looking good. Meanwhile, Baker looking like the MVP. And I was waiting. Cricket, I was going to have so many of my picks be Chris Godwin because we've been talking week in and week out that Godwin is due for a big game. But they didn't post his numbers until like Sunday morning. And I thought that was weird. So I thought maybe someone knew something. Maybe he was banged up or injured. So I'm like, we'll just stay away. Well, I probably should have jumped all over that because he had 10 catches, 155 yards. Rashid White, 21 carries, 89 yards, but also believe he had a touchdown, a receive. He did everything yesterday. He had 89 rushing yards, but I think he caught a touchdown pass. He had some big yards receiving Rashid White. I was under Rashid White's carries at 18. I'm like, there's no way this motherfucker. And then I'm like, I also thought that the Bucs were going to be playing from behind. So I'm like, they're not going to be handing the ball off to Rashid White. 21 carries.
Rashad. Get it
right. Whatever.
Put some respect on his name, man.
Get a rushing touchdown and I'll get your name right. How about that? Get on Sports Center. I'll get your name right.
That's right.
But yeah, dude, Godwin had himself again. How do you feel about your Bucs? They look like a competent football team.
Good showing yesterday for sure to go up to Lambeau, get that win by 2 tutties, nonetheless. That's a little slight dog there. I mean, that's a big time win. You even got a loss from the Falcons at the Panthers. That was big time too. So yeah,
Baker MVP, 4 tutties.
We might want to pump the brakes slightly on that, but
almost 400 yards passing. I don't know, man.
I'm okay with Baker being my quarterback for this team for the next few seasons, man. I'm okay with that.
He's filling in. I mean, he's for having to fill in the shoes of Tom Brady. He's coming. He's doing all right.
Could be worse.
Doing way better than a lot of people's quarterbacks out there.
We totally could have worse options than Baker Mayfield.
Speaking of filling in, Case Keenum fills in for C.J. Stroud. Thank God,
played
C.J. Stroud.
It wasn't Davis Mills. It was Case Keenum.
Yeah, they went with Keenum. Good call.
I didn't even know Case Keenum was still in the league.
I didn't either until yesterday when they said he got the start, and I'm like, wow, that's probably a good call. That's a good call.
Wow, that dude could sling it back in the day, man.
Titans fumble this one away. I mean, they couldn't get anything going in the second half, and the Texans upsetting a lot of people contest picks and costing a lot of people a lot of money too. All those people that feel like they got great closing line value betting Titans early in the week, all down the toilet, man. 19-16 overtime win for the Texans here. Singletary, 26 carries, 121 yards. The Houston just said, you know what? We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
We're going to run the ball.
Was Simmons still out in this thing for the Titans? Because that run defense is pretty nasty, but Simmons was out the week before in that Miami game. And that definitely makes that defensive line a lot worse when that guy's out because he's a game wrecker.
To be honest, I don't know because I kept sitting there looking at this game and just getting so pissed that here Texas is just running the ball. The Titans with a 13-3 lead could not get Derrick Henry going. The Texans defense with Will Anderson out even punched the Titans in the face and just kept beating the shit out of them. Derrick Henry at one point had 9 carries for 0 yards, and that's when I knew we were not going to win our underdog thing and that I should have hedged this stupid thing.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. The fact this guy got, normally they don't. At home, they've been giving enough carries, but on the road, they just haven't given enough. Yesterday, they gave him enough carries, man. He was at home. He had 16 carries. He had everything that you could want right there to be able to have a big day. And then instead, he just averages 0.6 yards a carry. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, there was a pick. I'll see if I remember it this morning. There was a pick, though, an underdog pick of ours that I was like, I was going to show you, and I was going to be like, hey, Cricket, if I told you someone got 3 catches and we only needed over like 13 yards, you would probably think we went over that, right?
I'd feel good about it.
Yeah. Was it this game? There was some game where the guy got 3 catches and had like negative 3 yards.
Oh, -3. Holy shit. I'd be like, quit running that wide receiver screen, bro.
We were on the under, so I was going to be like, you would have thought we totally would have lost this. Oh, man. Speaking of losing it, the Jets come out and Zach Wilson went back to being Zach Wilson. That's a big old goose egg out there. The Dolphins smack him in the face without Tyreek Hill, 30-0 win. We told you, Zach Wilson is terrible on the road. He's not good at home either, but he's terrible on the road, especially against the Dolphins. This is another one where a lot of people put a lot of money in on the Dolphins when Tyreek got ruled out, and or put a lot of money on the Jets when Tyreek got ruled out, and well, Dolphins once again beat up on a bad team, but can they beat a good team? We will find out one of these days, if not in the playoffs. But I honestly, the Dolphins, if they have home field throughout the AFC, I think the Dolphins will be scary in the playoffs because them at home, they look pretty dominant.
Yeah, different team there, man. Different team at home. They blew that one to the Titans just last Monday night. That should be a win too. Like the fact that you let them come back under 3 minutes right there up 2 touchdowns. But yeah, you're right, man. At home, they look like a pretty solid squad right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Dolphins are the biggest 49er fans on Christmas because they need the 49ers to beat the Ravens so they can get the 1 seed. And then obviously they need to go and handle business. But this game was huge for a lot of different reasons. One of them, this game just decided who won Offensive Player of the Year. It was neck and neck with Tyreek and Christian McCaffrey. And Tyreek sat this game out, and Christian McCaffrey goes out and has 3 touchdowns yesterday and like another 180-something yards. So I think we can go ahead and just crown McCaffrey Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, probably should there.
Which is why I got to go look at those odds and see if the odds haven't adjusted yet enough. Even if they had, I mean, might as well just pile up on McCaffrey. You're just banking that McCaffrey doesn't get hurt. But I wanted to show you this. I know we haven't got to the San Francisco game yet, but I want to show you 2 things. One, this. Most games this season with 4+ passing touchdowns. Brock Purdy 3. Everyone else in the league doesn't have more than 1.
Holy shit.
Right?
Crazy.
Because talking about MVP odds, Dak just lost as the favorite. Brock Purdy is now the favorite to win the MVP. Worst case scenario for Dak. Like, it would have been one thing if they lost, but he actually, balled out and had a good game. He had a terrible game. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy just went off.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
Look at this.
Man.
Did you see this, Cricket? Because I've been saying this all season long. I've been saying this all season long. Just listen. Brock Purdy's being asked who's the MVP, since now he's the betting favorite. They want to know who does he think's the MVP of the league.
Brock, you just gave a great description of Christian and what he means to the team. What's your case for him to be MVP?
Dude, I think Christian should be MVP. I really do believe that. He does everything for us, runs the ball well, can catch the ball. He does everything. And so in my eyes, that's an MVP.
Who's been pounding his chest saying that all season long?
That's true, man. I mean, I agree with you though. You got a guy that does all the different things that guy does and brings to the table what he does right there. I mean, I'm with you. I think he's the MVP. I don't know how he couldn't be.
Yeah, but we know MVP is
They're
whatever
going to give it to the
quarterback's
quarterback.
on
It's a quarterback
whatever
award.
quarterback's on the team with the best record and has decent stats.
Yeah, it's a quarterback award, bro.
Oh, but I'm sitting there, I'm just like, motherfucker, even the quarterback says he should be MVP. And he's
That's
not
what I'm
just saying that to be humble. He's like, he knows he couldn't put up the stats that he has this season if it weren't for Debo and McCaffrey back there. And McCaffrey's been there all season long.
Yeah, man, for sure, doing the damn thing, just cashing
Old
first touchdown
reliable.
scores like it's nobody's business.
I will admit I was shocked to see that McCaffrey did not get the first touch. I didn't bet it, but he didn't get the first touchdown yesterday.
I think it might be time to slow up on that a little bit.
Nope, I'm going hard on it next week.
Next week, yeah, okay. That's what I'm
Game,
saying. Once you pump the
it's
brakes
Christmas.
one time and it
It's
doesn't happen,
Christmas.
yeah, pile on it then.
All right,
Okay.
it's Christmas. It's against the Ravens. Big
Where's that
game.
game at?
McCaffrey in Candles or Levi's now.
So San Francisco, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, McCaffrey. Because Arizona scored first in that game, actually.
Who scored the first
Very
touchdown?
shocking. Well, let's just jump to that one real quick. Let's go look. Our Gamecast. It was James Conner, 2-yard run.
Oh man, I had a James Conner anytime TD yesterday. Like I haven't even checked my account this morning. I don't know what I did yesterday.
Yeah, they Cardinals came down and said 7 plays, 75 yards, and said, "Hey, we're here to play." And then San Francisco said, "That's cute." And then they just come back with a Debo touchdown and then a Charvarius Ward's 66-yard interception. But man, this was I liked it. I liked it. I bet the over in this game.
I did too. I took the
47
over.
and a half.
I
And
had the over,
San Francisco damn near got there on their own.
That's why I started. I just saw this one this morning. I was like, oh man, we won that one.
Dude, look at those stats. McCaffrey, 18 carries, 115 yards, touchdown, 5 catches, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Stud, bro. Just a stud.
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah,
Yoki says McCaffrey's not MVP. When Debo was out, they couldn't win. He does his job great, but okay, when Debo was out, they couldn't win. Everyone goes through a little bit of a slump streak, but go look at McCaffrey's numbers. He did everything for the team while they were out. He was getting all the touchdowns. He was getting all the yards. It's not his fault. Not one other person could step up. Looking at you, Kittle.
Yeah. Talking to you, George.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be one thing if McCaffrey didn't do anything, but he did all he could. Because I remember I have him on fantasy team, obviously, and I kept betting him. And I'm pretty sure during that 3-game losing streak, he still was getting the first touchdowns because I remember winning one of those during that time. Pissant says, "We got drunk, Chris. That's what we did yesterday."
That's what we did yesterday, Pissant. You're not wrong, sir. You are not wrong. Hell, he introduced me. I met a fellow Buccaneers fan that was in there sitting at the bar. I just got some dude in the Buccaneers hoodie comes carrying out shots. I don't know if dude worked there or what, but he starts taking shots with us. And I was like, hey, man, hell yeah, go Bucks. I had the jersey on. I wore the creamsicle yesterday. So, yeah.
Yeah, my coworker, I think it's the one that got me for Secret Santa or whatever, because she kept asking me hey, what kind of coffee do you like this? I go, I don't. I like any kind of coffee. I drink it black, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I'll drink whatever. And she goes, okay, well, what kind of beer do you like? Well, whatever. And I go, I've never said no to a beer. I drink them all, especially when they're free.
All of them. Every last one of them.
I'm like, she's like, okay. I go, yeah, I'm pretty simple. I go, you hand me a beer or you give me a beer and it's free. Thank you. That one tastes even better. Yeah, but let's see. So the 49ers get it done here. And where are we at? 45-29. Kyler Murray got a little banged up in the game. God, man, I'm fighting off. I think I'm not sick, but everyone else is in this house. I think my body's just fighting off. I gotta go. I'll be right back, Cricket.
You're good.
Here's the rest of these games for you to kind of go over with everyone.
Yeah, you're good, man. Rams wind up getting it done against the Commanders at home. Like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of these yesterday, y'all, but looks like Matthew Stafford having another 2-touchdown day. And Kyron Williams has been playing some real good football, too. 27 carries for 152. Does that say 152? Yeah, that guy's playing some football, too, man. That's a good day for him. But, yeah, the Rams wound up getting that one done, 28-20 right there. We talked about the 49ers putting on a show against the Cardinals. We expected them to have a big game against them. Poor Cardinals are just not a very good football team. You got to give them kudos for being able to fight through this thing and just trying to grind it out to the end. But they're just not a very good football team right now. They're going to get a top pick, and we'll see. I think Kyler Murray's future there is probably – or Kyler Murray's future is probably somewhere else other than Arizona. Patriots, Cowboys taking on the chin yesterday, but hey, that's the NFL for you. And it's hard. They've been really hot, playing really good football. Dak playing MVP caliber football. They had a tough day yesterday on the road, and another good team that's kind of righting the ship at the right time, got it rolling in the right direction. The Bills are a team that, you got to watch out for. Could be a scary draw in these playoffs. So Bill's doing things right at the right time, trending in the right direction. You look at that Sunday night football game, the Ravens right there, just do what the Ravens do. Trevor Lawrence still not 100%, but slowly getting back to being more healthy. And since he had that ankle injury a couple weeks ago, but the Ravens come out, defense looked good right there, only giving up a touchdown.
Okay,
You know, oh, hey man,
I will push back on one thing you said. I think actually Arizona is going to keep Kyler. I've changed my whole opinion on this. They were talking about how the organization's all in on this guy, and that they really like him. And I'm like, actually, they wouldn't. I mean, why would they be starting him during this time, like during this stretch? If they weren't planning on going forward with him next season, I know it's going to be also hard for him to get out of that contract. But honestly, Kyler's playing great, and he's actually keeping his team in this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? They just need to, figure out their coaching and figure out, get some free agents, get some other picks in there. I think at least one more year, the Cardinals are going to be in on Kyler Murray. I also don't think they have a choice.
Right. You better be real sure about the guy you're going to take to replace him if you're going to get rid of him and let it become somebody else's franchise. Because, I mean, that guy's still a really good NFL quarterback, fun to watch, sells tickets and all that. So you better be really sure about the guy you're drafting if you're going to move on from Kyler Murray.
And by the way, the Ravens game that you were just talking about, and Trevor Lawrence not being right, dude, I knew we were winning. My most confident pick of the weekend, right, for the contest was the Ravens.
Yep.
I knew I was winning this pick when I think it was 10-0, or no, it was 3-0. The Jags were driving down, looking like they're going to score, or at least get in field goal range. By the way, the Jags fucking kicker, I had him in over 5.5 fantasy or kicking points, and that dude missed I don't know how many field goals yesterday.
Oh, God.
It was gross. Granted, it was a little windy, but still, you're a professional kicker. Do better. Justin Tucker did it. You can do it. Anyways.
Only the greatest kicker to ever live.
And the only reason why I know this was because I had Lawrence under rushing yards, and his first rushing attempt, he scrambled out, gained like 4 yards. Motherfucker, just one of the worst fumbles. Even my wife was like, "The hell is he doing?" It looked like he literally just like dropped the ball, like he just fumbled the ball away. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm winning this bet. The Jags cannot get out of their own way."
Run no more.
Yeah, no. Oh, he ended up going way over his rushing yards, by the way. So that was a kick in the nuts.
Man,
by the way,
he did that earlier in the game this year, like when everybody's expecting him to go under his rushing yards or whatever, and like the first or second carry of the game, he had like a 25-yard run or something. I feel like every time pile on his unders, we got to go over from now on rushing.
I should have known when his rushing line went up, because it was 13.5, and before the game started, we went to 14.5, and I'm like, they don't want this guy running. They don't want him running out there, right?
No.
And he ended up getting like 30-something rush yards or something like that. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Probably in 2 carries.
Yeah, I should have known that he's going to have to scramble for his life out there. But I will say, everyone is a huge Rams special teams fan this morning. If you had the under, and if you had Rams -7 on contest lines, or just bet Rams -7, because the Commanders get a bullshit last-second garbage time touchdown. And no, they didn't go for 2 like the analytics tell you to, because Ron Rivera is old and doesn't understand any of that stuff. They went to go kick the extra point, and the Rams special teams blocked that extra point. And I'm sitting there like, because I have them in my contest picks up. It was -7 on Bet Online. I'm like, yes, I deserve to win this one, because the Rams were the better team in this game.
I love that, man. I love blocked extra point for the W. Let's go.
Yeah, but Scary Terry out there, 6 catches, 141 yards, and a tutty.
Oh, don't tell my old lady that. She can't stand Scary Terry, man.
Oh,
every time she plays that man, he lays a brick, and every time she puts him on the bench, he goes off. I told her, I was like, you should drop him to the waiver wire months ago. I was like, all he does is piss you off. There's certain players like that. I know that every time I'm zigging when I'm supposed to zag, so I just get rid of him. I'm like, yeah, bye.
Well,
You're on the no bet list.
Every time you're in the doghouse, or just she's a little irritated with you, just throw in, hey, by the way, how did Scary Terry do this week? Kind of take the heat off you,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't think I'm gonna step in that, man.
I would totally.
You totally
Loki
would.
Loki says, I had Trevor Lawrence rushing over. At a baby. You know what? This is what you get, sir. This is what you get this morning, because you had the balls to bet the over.
Solid pick, man.
Yeah, our underdog. We gave some back an underdog this weekend, but that's okay.
It's all right. We're playing with their money.
Just makes me want to come back even better next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of wraps up the games, a recap of the games. Let's go through my Twitter timeline and see what I want to talk about. This one's interesting. Joe Flacco, the last 3 weeks. Let's see. Games with 250 passing yards and 2+ TDs. Joe Flacco, the last 3 weeks, 3 of them. The Steelers, since Big Ben retired, 0.
Are you serious?
It's on the internet. It has to be true.
It's on the internet. It has to be true. That's crazy, bro.
I don't know. Maybe Derpy can. He's a Pittsburgh fan. Maybe he can tell us. It feels right.
I can't remember Kenny Pickett going for 250 plus. I know Mr. Trubisky ain't done that.
Yeah. Did you see this? You probably didn't. This is how the Browns game ended, by the way. Did you happen to see this highlight?
I actually did see this one. I looked up just in time. We freaked out on this one. I thought that should have been 6, man.
I didn't see it. I was out doing something, and I looked, and I was like, okay, good. The Browns got the win because I think I had the Browns to win the game, and I was like, oh, good, they got the win. And then I saw this. I go, oh my god, I would have been so pissed.
This is one of the few plays I saw yesterday. And you had to hold your breath.
Hail Mary.
By the way, how many penalties are there? Let's see.
End zone.
Actually, this one's pretty clean. This one looks pretty clean.
I think the dude that actually almost catches the ball right here for the Bears, I think he's the one that got probably pass interfered the most because he's like falling back on his ass. Somebody just jacked him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get in the weight room, buddy.
Get in the weight room. Or actually just catch the ball right here, bro.
Yeah,
Look at
dude.
this. It's that ball right there. That's a game-winning touchdown right there. Hold on to the football, bro. I'm glad you didn't.
Tipped and intercepted.
He just kicked it up to him, dude. Like it was laid. That could probably the easiest catch you could have ever had in the NFL. They try to just drop that in your lap right there.
You know, ownership is coming up to him after the game and saying, "Hey, thank you. We didn't need to win that one.
Yeah, he might have had a special meeting.
You got us a better draft pick there, so thank you.
Yeah, you did exactly what you're supposed to do, sir.
My goodness. All right, let's see. Oh, we forgot to talk about this one. Oh my god, we forgot to talk about. So we always bring up Frank the Tank. And he's usually always mad, but here's a happy Frank the Tank because he's a Dolphins fan, and they did good. Here's Frank doing the waddle, Cricket.
Oh my god!
It's good to see him not freaking out all the time, right? Like, let's see. It's good to see him a little bit happy. He deserves it now.
Yeah, I'm glad. I thought for sure the man was going to have like an aneurysm or something the way he acts most of the time. So it's good to see him a little light nature there waddling around.
Yeah. Did you see this, Cricket? Oh my god. Mike Evans, 92 touchdowns now. Watch this. This is a dime.
Mayfield to the end zone. Evans, touchdown. What a dart.
And then I was going to look into this. I didn't have time this morning, but Evans goes up and finds a Buccaneers fan and gives, I think it's because, hold on, let me go. There was something. So he gives the ball to this Buccaneers fan.
Yeah.
But security immediately gets in the face of this Buccaneers fan and is like pissed. So I don't know if it's because this guy came running down or is not supposed to. I think he goes through this gate. You're not supposed to go through the gate.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go through the gate.
Oh, he fell through the gate. That's why. I was like, because this guy comes up and gets right up in this person's face. And I'm like, come on, dude. It was clear accident. Also, why is your gate? If you don't want him going through that gate, why is it not locked?
Yeah. That's exactly. Why is that gate not got a little better latch on it, bro? If that's the thing stopping people from getting to the field where the players are at, maybe have a little bit better gate right there.
But that's pretty cool that Mike Evans did that. But that was a cool.
That is cool, man. I love seeing that stuff, bro. I do love seeing that stuff. I bet you can kick me out of here, but I'm taking this football with me, whether you like it or not.
Now, you might have thought this is not the best of video for you, but you might have thought it was a heartbreak seeing the Bears drop that ball in the end zone. They had a case of the drop skis yesterday. Look at this one.
Oh my goodness.
That was a touchdown.
He's still running today. Like, I mean, he's got dude beat by 3 yards.
That's why you don't throw to tight ends downfield like that.
Just catch the ball.
No, you don't throw to the big boys like that.
Was that Komet?
No, that Komet would have caught
the other one.
Are you kidding me?
I was gonna say, I was like, you said tight end. I was like, the only tight end. What is Komet? 85, I think. But yeah, I was like,
Robert Tunyon or whatever.
Oh, Robert Tonyan. Yeah, that's true. He's too far away from the end zone, man. Only time that guy can catch the ball is if it's in the end zone.
Real quick,
Ooh,
who does this remind you of? A little golf thing, and it's not Paige. Who does this remind you of?
Just got to measure the run out. That was a good looking shot here. Come on, yes!
Ooh-wee. Is that Little Tiger?
That's Little Tiger. Does the fist pump
Golly,
like
that boy has grown up, man. I feel like just 2 years ago, he was a little bitty dude out there in the red polos and stuff. That's a great shot, man.
It is. It is. Yeah. I saw that, did a little fist pump. I'm like,
It does looking like daddy, man.
Eagles have made Matt Patricia their new defensive coordinator. This is reported by Jake Glazer. I haven't dove into this, but like behind the scenes, I guess this happened. I didn't even know Matt Patricia was on a team, to be honest. Apparently he's on the Eagles.
He was like some kind of defensive analyst or something for your guys. That's what I figured.
He still is. He still is. If we were in the playoff mix, he'd be feeding us information about the Eagles and stuff just in case we saw him in the Super Bowl or something. But we don't have to worry about
true. That's probably true. Don't want to throw no shade, but that's probably true. The Patriot way.
Did you see any of the? Oh yeah, you watched the fights. Did you see the fight?
I did.
I didn't watch it. I heard it was kind of boring.
Man, it was like we were over at Buku's watching the fight and stuff, but I totally would not have stayed the whole time if I'd have known it was going to. I'd stay because I wanted Leon Edwards to knock his teeth through his throat in the first round. I actually put $1 on Edwards to knock him out in every round. I just put every round. I thought dude was going to knock him out, but it was a boring fight, man. Covington just didn't have a good strategy in this thing. He kind of played into Leon Edwards' style. Definitely, Edwards didn't even look like he had a cut on him, man. Didn't look like he was tired. Just kind of methodically whipped his ass. Wasn't a dominating performance, but it was never in doubt, in my opinion.
Fair enough. This was him afterwards. Say what you want, and I know everyone hates Covington, but the dude is a great promoter. And he's still, even after he gets his ass whipped, he still is out there. Like, listen to this.
God bless everybody for coming out. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for the hate. You're all a bunch of broke bitches anyways. Fuck you.
What?
Dude, he is the ultimate heel. I love it. I know no one likes this guy, but I love it. He's got the Chael Sonnen persona. He'll just constantly be talking that shit.
They showed the little like stare down or whatever they do, and he was in there. Edwards, you can tell this is after the press conference the other day, and Edwards still pissed off. He's still trying to get to him and shit. And dude, he was like, you can see him standing there holding. He's like, bro, I was in character, bro.
No, that's what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
They were saying that, and you could kind of hear it that way, but you could also hear him say, you thought it was a character, because the way he was staring at him, like saying, you thought I was in character, you thought it was only a character, or you thought I was in character, and like, meaning like, no, I actually meant it and whatnot. Because the way he was looking at him, he was staring him down. So it could, I mean, the audios, everyone's going to run with it. Everyone's going to run with, oh, he's just saying he was in character. I'm like, I don't know, man. It could go either way there.
Like I said, I didn't see it. Buku was telling me about it. And so I didn't actually see it and know that part. But yeah, so I didn't know what the deal was there. But I was like, you're just trying to keep that man from beating you to death.
Can we talk again? Or it's another NFL week, and we have to talk about how stupid the refs were. Did you see how many wide receivers lined up offside? There was another one. I can't remember what game it was, but I was like, oh yeah, he was clearly lined up offsides in the neutral zone. How the hell these NFL wide receivers can't figure it out? I don't know. But this one, Cricket. Did you see this one?
Did not, sir.
This was a touchdown. This was a touchdown by the Broncos. Now, it didn't matter. The guard was called offsides for the Broncos.
The guard was called offsides?
This dude right here. It's called offsides. Okay. No, this dude right here. Sorry. This is the center. This guy was called offsides.
Okay. I was sitting here. I thought that was the center's head that was out in front. I was like, how's that guy offside? I mean, still, though. I mean, I don't know. That feels a little cheechy. Like, I don't know that you gained any advantage.
Offsides, dude?
I started to say, I don't know that you gained. It's not like, I mean, he's definitely farther ahead than all those other guys, but I still don't think he's like gaining any clear advantage or anything right there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think now they're just
refs.
Yeah.
Refs.
I mean, we've said that all year long. We've seen a lot of sketchy things from the Zebras this year.
Yeah, absolutely. But did you see this?
What we got here? What is
Andy
it?
Reid and Mahomes got fined. Pretty big fines.
Good. Good. Quit bitching, man. Play ball.
I gotta go warm up. You talk to him about
Yeah,
this.
you're good. I mean, I'm with it. I'm okay with that. Those fines, they went out. Maybe if you weren't making a commercial every 13 minutes and were practicing football instead, you might not have to bitch about getting the right call called against you. I mean, the man was offsides, way offsides. We got camera angles all over the place. I don't know what you were ever bitching about to begin with. I think Mahomes just came out and said now that he kind of regrets the way things went down, his interaction with Josh Allen. All that. Yeah, because you looked like a whiny little bitch when you did it, period. That man, Josh Allen, has had so many more disappointing performances against you, like disappointing outcomes. And he always is a class act, goes to midfield, shakes his hand, tells him great job, all that stuff. And all Patrick Mahomes could do the other night after Josh Allen played a great game and beat them in their home stadium could come up and whine about a call that was actually right. Because your wide receiver, you got a neutral zone infraction on the offense. That should never happen. I'm sorry, but that should never happen. The call was right, and they bitched and moaned and raised all that hell, and then they got fined. That's a pretty significant fine, too. Andy Reid getting a $100,000 fine right there, and then Patrick Mahomes getting a $50,000 fine. I mean, those are pretty juicy fines, especially when it comes to talking about the referees. But the NFL, any professional sport, does not take that. You can't come out and blast the refs and all that. They're on, they're under the microscope anyway by everybody in America. And the leagues, those professional leagues, do not like you putting the referees on blast. So, yeah, they're going to throw a little shade at you right here. They're going to get in that pocketbook a little bit. And, yeah, $100,000 fine, $50,000, those are steep, but I think they're well-deserved. I mean, yeah, you were bitching about the wrong thing. Even if you had some sense, like if you had something to bitch about, they're still not going to let you do that. Uh-oh.
No, they're not. Hold on, I'll be right back again.
Uh-oh. Okay. But yeah, so that's what we're seeing there, man. We had a $50,000 fine, $100,000 fine. It was well deserved. They come out, they get the win yesterday up in New England, but it's New England, pretty bad football team. They were down in that thing too. I think the Chiefs got all kinds of problems. You got a couple of guys like Rashee Rice that are starting to come along, and that offense look a lot better. But you got Travis Kelce. I think Travis Kelce is getting close to the end of that career too, man. He just doesn't look like a guy that's really motivated to be out there, and it doesn't look like Travis Kelce of old that I've seen. I don't remember ever seeing him drop a touchdown pass like he dropped yesterday in the end zone right there. So I think the Chiefs got all kinds of problems right now. They're trying to right that ship, but you got everybody bitching and moaning and this and that. And I just think there's some problems in that Chiefs locker room right now. Niner Games
might be getting what everyone else was getting in my house.
Niner Games says that's a lot of cheeseburgers he lost, man. Welcome in here, sir.
True.
But that is a lot of cheeseburgers. You ain't wrong, man. So yeah, 100,000 though. That's steep, bro.
I'm surprised they didn't get Mahomes. Mahomes was kind of went over the top on a lot of his stuff.
That's what I'm
But I
thinking.
think I might be getting. Maybe I am getting what everyone. So my 3-year-old woke up, tummy didn't feel good. Wife last night went to bed, tummy didn't feel good, like to the point where she couldn't do anything last night. It kind of just hit me all of a sudden, but just ate some Tums, fight through. Gotta go to work,
Yeah, man.
Dad can't be sick.
No, sir. No,
Right.
sir. Dad got things to do, man.
Yeah. Or I could just call in and enjoy the day off. No. That's the thing in my business. Taking a day off, it's like if you can avoid not doing it, I just cause so much more work for me when I come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I understand. Yesterday, it's like it feels like a day off, but it actually winds up giving you twice as much work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna try. We'll try to tough it out. Ain't a little bitch.
Mama Daddy didn't raise no bitch.
I ain't raise no bitch. I ain't got a fever. I'm good. We good. What else were we gonna talk about? Let's pull up some of the I don't think I have anything else. Let's see. God, dude. By the way, you can tell there's people that don't understand, that just don't know me that well, that comment on these things. I said Quentin Johnson's the biggest first round bust of all time because of what he did to us. Clearly, I'm saying this because he cost us money, right? Couldn't get
Right.
the fucking right.
God, we needed one more catch.
He says no way. Several others before you get to him. And I'm like, he's top 3, no doubt. And this dude lists off a ton of them. Like,
Not even. He lists all. Well,
Oh,
we
you
didn't
don't
have
get
them
the
in our
joke.
underdogs there, bro.
Yeah. You
Dynasty
don't get
Life.
the joke.
Yeah, you're missing it. It's over your head, Dynasty Life.
I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you.
Yeah, good looking out, man. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Oh,
Talk
let's
about
look at
tonight's
this.
game, man. We got to get into that Jalen Hurts stuff a little bit. Is he sick? Oh God, I'm probably way down on that thing.
We're
I
gonna
don't,
get
I
into
don't know
this.
if I want a game, man.
Dude, look at some of these people are 6-1.
No,
Jesus.
they paid attention to all the action, bro.
I'm hanging out here just in the middle. I'm hanging out with Buku at 4-3, you know?
I'm probably last, probably like 0-6.
JK4 Ash didn't even make
2-5. I got 2 wins. Man, I didn't think I got 2 wins.
You and Steps are 2-5.
I'm pretty sure. I thought I lost them all, man. I must have won that Florida A&M game that I couldn't find the line on anywhere.
You know, the way Steps was picking stuff this weekend, that's actually not bad for him.
That's say he actually did well. What did he go, like 2-14 on Saturday or something? Those supposed to be the 2 he won.
He went over.
Over?
Yeah, he went over on Saturday.
So he got to turn. He did turn it around a little bit yesterday, right? He had a pretty good day yesterday.
Yeah, he had a good day yesterday.
I think he said that there was one he actually entered wrong, and it hit for him, and that's what got him rolling in the right direction. We love
Pissant says,
that.
I don't know where I'm at. Let's see if we can find you. Patriot 4165 is 4-3. He's hanging out 4-3 with me. All right. Where's
Must still
Pissant?
be in
Let's
the must be on that first page there.
Ooh, 5-2. Let's go, Pissant.
Ooh, you're 5-2, bro. Man, you're right where you need to be. We got a lot of football left, y'all. I'm not losing another one.
Starting today too. Ooh, I went 11-4 this week.
Ooh-wee.
Let's go.
That's a good one, bro.
I told you I'm coming back. Don't call it a comeback. Where are we at in the standings? Catching you, Cricket. I'm catching you.
You
I was
are
over 10 games back. Now I'm only 5. You guys messed up. You let me come back.
Yeah, man. I didn't. I should have entered some damn picks on there. What am I? 115 and 104. Man, we're in reverse. We're in reverse. We got to slow down. Pump the brakes.
Who's that up top? The point scorers?
I don't know. We haven't been able to figure out who that is. They're one that they came on pretty late. We haven't had them hop in here. They've been in there the whole time. I think they might have missed maybe a couple games like the first week or something. But yeah, I'm not sure who that is, but they are doing the damn thing.
Yeah. Okay. You want to talk about tonight's game?
We should. Do we want to do an underdog or something?
We could.
You
know.
It's up to you.
I need you to help me
right
right the ship on this. I need to help me right the ship. So we're going to do an underdog on it. By the way, we learned something valuable. One of our picks, one of them pushed. It was from the same game. And so we're like, okay, it just ends up being a 2-legger, but we got refunded on it because the other 2 sides were 2 players from the same team, which you can't do. So we got refunded. We didn't win. We got refunded, which is fine.
Okay. I got you.
But now we know if we're going to do the same game and it's going to be a 3-legger, we can't have one side that could have a chance to push. You know what I mean? It's got to be a half point. So at minimum, if you know what I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Like we need to have like a player on the other team. Like if we take 2 people from the Eagles and 1 person from the Seahawks tonight, the Seahawks player can't be like over 5 receptions where he could land on 5 and it pushes because then it would.
Oh, I'm with you.
If it pushes and the other 2 hit, we get refunded. You know,
now I'm with you. We need to have a hook.
Whereas if we had it like over 4.5 and it lands 5, but one of the Eagles guys push, we'll still win because that will count because we had technically 1 from each team if the other one hit. All right,
I'm with you.
Oh, my stomach.
So I mean,
okay,
I guess it looks like underdog's got some options up for Jalen Hurts, so I guess everybody's expecting him to play.
He hasn't been ruled out yet. So there was reports yesterday that Jalen Hurts. Let me see if I can find something. Oh my god. Oh, by the way, other breaking news. I saw this morning. Steph Curry didn't make a 3 in a game.
Oh shit!
Snapped a 268 game streak.
Did you see dude the other night, Saturday, that hit 11 in a row?
3s?
Yeah.
I missed that.
He had an NBA record 11 in a row. He had 11 of his first 12. And he had I think Klay Thompson's got the record at 14. Dude wound up with 12 threes. Klay Thompson got the record for a single game with 14. But yeah, dude hit his first 11 3-pointers.
Really?
Keegan Murray, I think so it was for the Kings.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. It was nasty. My dad was telling me about it yesterday. We got a talk golf. He was like, bro, did you see that guy yesterday hit 11 threes? He showed me 11 in a row, bro. That's nuts. An NBA game.
Damn. Let's see.
And that's crazy.
What was I doing? Okay. What
We were
looking
doing
at?
underdog. We were going.
Oh,
and
and we're saying Jalen Hurts. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Do we got any news?
Looking at some of these underdogs, see if we can find any we like right here, man.
So this was the breaking news yesterday. Hurts downgrading Hurts to questionable for Monday night's game in Seattle after sickness worsened overnight. Hurts is still harboring hopes of playing Monday Night Football and traveling to Seattle separately from the team. My buddy, the same guy that says over exaggerates everything, he goes, "Listen, if he's got what we got, like, because there's a bug going around, right?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"If he's got anything like what he said him and his wife got this weekend," he goes, "That boy ain't playing."
He can't do it. I don't even want to go to the refrigerator.
But yeah, I mean, that was smart of him to travel separately from the team.
Yeah, just fly him out there in his
Probably,
own
he got a
little
really
quarantine
nice
private jet. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Eating filet mignon and stuff on the way, man.
mimosas, baby.
Mimosa. Right? Got his own personal Top Golf off the wing.
Yep.
That's right. Bottomless mimosas.
Okay. Let's see.
You want me to pull underdog up or?
Yeah, I was just looking to see what the betting odds were tonight. So it's still at -3. Sharp money on the Seahawks, big money on the Eagles. 74% of the bets, 87% of the money on the Eagles. So yeah, let's take a look. Pull up underdog. So what do we got?
All right. Let's see. Boom. All right, here we go. Let's go to the top. There's Jalen Hurts options right there, as y'all can see. They must be expecting him to play, man. It's probably looking something like a Jordan flu game or something. He gonna come out and ball out?
Listen, I'd rather play a basketball game than play a football game if I had the flu.
What you said.
At least in basketball, you don't got those big ass linemen that can try to hurt
Rip
you.
your head off.
Yeah. This game's interesting to me. Just because we just saw that and it said that there's 87% of the bet money on the Eagles, but everyone I've heard from pros to even just the public, everyone loves Seattle this weekend. And then with the Jalen Hurts news, it only solidifies that. So I don't know. I'm kind of
makes me feel like it's going the other way. I'm with you too. I've been pretty heavy on the Seahawks this thing too, but it's one of those weird ones where the lines creep down. We're supposed to feel better about it, but I kind of don't. Now I'm seeing all this stuff with Jalen Hurts. It feels like it's probably they're trying to set us up. I feel like they're reeling us in for this one.
Doesn't it feel like we just saw this yesterday? Oh yeah, the Texans and the Titans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we've kind of seen this movie before.
Everyone's out for the Texans. The Titans should at home. Oh yeah, they should handle this easily.
Yeah. You got a team, in the Seahawks that need a win, need to have this win right here. And it just feels like they're setting us up to drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Absolutely. Okay, what do we got?
DeAndre Swift have a big night.
DeAndre Swift. Maybe, man. I don't know. What am I doing? Why are we guessing? Let's look at the betting odds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, let's find some edges there, man.
Now, the edges didn't work out too well for me yesterday, but I still, over the long run, they're going to work out for us. And it's honestly, the edges worked. I've been trying to go back and show which ones when I post the edges actually win. And those edges, actually, a lot of them win. It's just, we accidentally put one in there that happened to be a loser and ruined the rest of them.
Yeah. For those of y'all that don't know what we're doing, this is Underdog Fantasy, the easiest way to do fantasy football right there. Get over there, sign up, use the promo code RUMBLE, get your 100% sign-up bonus if you have not already. All you do is come in here. You got options on each player. Like Dallas got it right here. You got 4 receptions, 40.5 receiving yards, 5.5 targets. You simply pick higher or lower. You think he's going to have a big game, catch a lot of balls. We'll go over the 4 receptions right there. You build your little lineup right here. You can have up to 5 picks and get, 5 times your money on this thing?
Get up to 5. Up to 20 times.
Get up to 20 times your money. Yeah, that's right. So, get over and check out Underdog Fantasy if y'all have not already.
Okay, let's take a look.
Kenneth Walker, been banged up, but
What's DeAndre Swift carries tonight? Mariota's a backup, by the way.
Yeah, I did know that. I found out a couple weeks ago, actually, when they don't have his carries on there.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope Hurts doesn't play because you and I'm in first place in my fantasy league, the one where there's no playoffs. You just go all season long. You've got no chance. You're like at the bottom. You're like 5-9 on the season,
bro.
We're playing each other, and you've got Hurts left, and he could technically win it for you.
I've been trying to be a dream crusher in that league, man.
Yeah,
and I knew I was
sitting there at the number one spot, and I'm like, no, I can't lose this week.
I've been trying to dream crush people on that one, man. I've actually stepped up. I got that one league that I'm 3-11 in with your buddy. I think it's maybe the 8-man league. By far my best team. I mean, if you look at that team, that roster, solid. You're like, how is this team 3-11 right now? And it's because every week I'd be like the third highest scoring team, and I always played the highest scoring team.
Dude, that's how that league does that to me all the time. I'm like, this is bullshit.
I look at that record, and go back and I look at the lineup. Even my bench is like, I got like Brock Purdy on the bench and stuff, Dalton Kincaid on the bench, both Miami running backs. Like, it's just a monster team, and they can't catch a cold.
Healthport says staying away from a lot of props tonight. I like Eagles money line coupled with AJ Brown over 80.5. Is there something wrong with like Seattle? Do we not know something? Because like I'm trying to look at these props, and they've got only a handful on the betting market right now, and they don't have any Seattle stuff.
So they probably don't know what quarterback's going on. I don't know if it's going to be Geno or Drew Lock right there.
Yet they have Jalen Hurts stuff up there, though. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. I don't understand that. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is. Yeah, you would think that they would have Jalen Hurts off the board too. If they don't have, I don't know though. I guess they're probably kind of waiting. They probably want Geno to throw some today and see how that looks.
Maybe. Hey, by the way, shout out over to Rumble. If you haven't already, smash the like button while you're here. They put us up on the front page. That's awesome.
Nice.
Editor's pick. Glad to have you in this morning. Do we want to do a little college football right after this?
We can. Yeah, we can.
Okay. God, I actually might be a pussy and call in today. It's like hitting me all of a sudden. Like,
man's going to sit down. You got that funk too. You got what Jalen Hurts got, man.
Yeah, it feels like it. Dude, I don't know what it is. My stomach right now is just ugh.
Like your buddy said. Yeah, like your buddy said, man, he ain't playing if he got that funk.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Jalen Hurts pass it. Do we have pass attempts for Jalen Hurts? I got odds on that.
We do 31.5.
Yeah, that's what it's at. The over is minus 122. Oh, this feels like a Seattle smash mouth football game though, like running the ball.
Wonder what the weather's supposed to be like up there. We got any weather? Let's see that real quick.
See, yeah.
I know how Seattle is. It can always be bad weather.
Yeah, it's a typical Seattle. It's 40%.
Yeah.
Or not 40%, 40 degrees.
That's what it's hard to say. It looks like it's about,
No real rain. It said my light showers.
Any crazy wind or anything?
Nah, 5 miles an hour. Nothing.
Oh, yeah. That ain't nothing.
Just a cold, ugly Seattle night.
Man, do we think we're going to have some checkdowns? Get the game. Well, I feel like I drank that Kool-Aid last week. I feel like his number was pretty low last week. I don't think he had a catch.
It depends. Well, I guess it depends. Do we have Hurts or do we have Mariota? If we have Mariota, I like the checkdowns a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay,
I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
It's tough. Let's just do a two-legger, huh? Let's just take someone we like. Let's just take someone we like from Philly. Let's see.
I think tight ends they've done pretty well against the Seahawks. Did Ferguson have a big game against the Seahawks a couple weeks ago? Maybe look at Goddard.
Nah, it seems too easy.
40.5 receiving yard or over 5.5 targets. I mean,
here's what I like. I like because this guy's been picking it up lately.
Okay.
I like it. It's easy, and it doesn't matter which quarterback's in there. Obviously, if Mariota's in there, it probably helps us better. But I like give me Gainwell over 8.5 receiving yards.
Okay, I like that too. He didn't get there last week, so
yeah, but he's like it takes one catch and that guy's.
No, that's what I'm saying. He didn't get there last week, and I feel like he's going to this week. Yeah, that's usually what happens when they get me 1 week and I stay away from the next week and they go way over.
Patriot says y'all just can't stay away. No, we're degenerates.
Oh man, degens, man.
Cricket made a joke the other day. Said you don't have to bet every game.
That was the joke. Yes, you do. Especially when it's the only one on the slate for the day. You kidding me?
By the way, Kenneth Gainwell over 8.5 receiving yards is minus 127. So books like
We're
it
right
too.
there. Yeah, we're right there
Books
on it.
like it too.
Right there on it. Maybe we look at a kicker. Jason Myers getting over 6.5 kicking points.
3
We know
field goals.
they love to stall out in the red zone, man.
They do, but 3 field goals, man, that's tough.
Just 2 field goals and a tutty.
Yeah. You know me, I do like the kickers. That 6.5 scares me though.
Like I said, all we need is 2 field goals and a touchdown.
That's true.
What is the total? What is the total on that? Let's see. Total on DraftKings right now is sitting at 45, so they're a little unsure too on this thing. I feel like anytime they set one at 45, they're like, we don't know. We're just gonna set it right here and be done with it. If it gets to 40, if it gets over, if it gets even close to that over, I feel like he gets 6.5 kicking points. Like I said, we only need 2 field goals. We got a team that's been one of the worst red zone offenses all year long. Does stall out religiously right there. Gives them some short chip shots. Guy's been pretty consistent all year for the most part. I like the over 6.5 kicking points in this one. I don't like to really get that high with those, but this is one with this team, and as bad as they've been in the red zone, it makes me feel like they are going to definitely stall out some tonight against what's been kind of a bend don't break Eagles defense in times.
Okay, let's do it. You like it, I like it. We'll roll with it. Kickers, baby.
So we got Kenneth Gainwell and Jason Myers.
Mm-hmm.
What are we putting on that one?
Let's just take it easy and we'll just throw a 50 on it.
I knew you were going to say that.
We need a bounce back.
There was never a doubt.
We just need a little bounce back spot, you know? Yeah,
Boom.
that's what I'm talking about.
There it is. Kenneth
I don't even need
Gainwell.
to take a picture of that. I can
No, we can remember that one. We can remember that one.
Actually, I have the app now. I can see it.
Yep. Oh, is there? I need to download the app too, man. Because you tell me the way I can put them in if I'm out and about somewhere if you need me to. But yeah, Kenneth Gainwell higher than 8.5 receiving yards. Jason Myers higher than 6.5 kicking points. A little 2.5 unit squeeze right there.
Low key, thank you, buddy. Man, I really appreciate the support there. $2 Rumble rant. He says for some picks for underdog.
Man, appreciate you, Loki. Good looking
out.
By
the way, Loki. Oh, go ahead.
He's been firing those Rumble rants at us last few days, man. We appreciate that, bro. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Loki. By the way, the other day when you gave us that $5 Rumble rant that we used for an underdog pick, that was like a 5-legger. That one won. Steps pointed that out. I forgot to mention that, but that one won. The one that we put together. Yeah, I think it was Thursday night or something like that.
Love that, man. Love that.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, Loki.
Yeah, thank you. Shelly's in the house.
Uh-oh. What's Shelly doing this morning? Shelly on one this morning?
Fake humans, the Bible, Jesus, fake
Jesus
movie.
This, Moses that.
We talk about everything first. Bye. Okay, bye, Shelly.
Bye, Shelly. Have a good day, Shelly.
Check that out. Go to Shelly's thing there.
Be safe out there, Shelly. Have a good day.
Love and light. Okay, yeah. Shelly.
That's fair, Shelly.
Shelly, you got a remedy for the stomach ache?
Yeah, get your Bible, man. Go talk to Jesus.
Oh, you want to pull up the college football and I'll be right back.
Yep, absolutely. We'll pull some college football up. Golly, college football got my head kicked in on Saturday, y'all. It's what I knew better. Jumping in a bunch of those Maction type teams. It happens. We got a lot of bowl games left, but I had a rough day on Saturday. So if you were riding with me, that's all right. We make up for it. Let's go back. Let me share this tab instead. We'll recap some of the action. The early bowl action here. We had the Myrtle Beach Bowl was the first one that got the bowl season kicked off. Ohio versus Georgia Southern. This one right here, I drank the Kool-Aid on this one, man. This line had opened up around Georgia Southern getting 1.5. It moved all the way to the other side with Ohio minus 3.5. Or excuse me, it went to Georgia Southern minus 3.5. It opened Georgia Southern small dogs. And Ohio had several guys in the portal that when I was looking at that I thought would really affect this team, really make this team a much different group than we had seen all year long. But turns out not so much. The running back had a big day for Ohio, 70 carries, 115 yards, 4 touchdowns for Mr. Hunt right there. But yeah, Ohio just kind of came out. Georgia Southern tried to make a game out of this thing in the third quarter. I think it was 27-7. They're driving. They throw a pass down to dude on the sidelines. He doesn't even get touched and kind of fumbles it right there, and it just lays on the sideline. Ohio picked it up. ran it back to about the 50, wound up punching that thing in. It was all over after that. Ohio just gets it done right here. They did. I drank that Kool-Aid. I thought with that line flipping the way it was, I assumed it was because of transfer portal guys. But Ohio had some of their guys step up on the back end. Some of those guys that hadn't got a lot of action all year long, they get the job done. Get a big 3-touchdown victory right here, 41-21 over Georgia Southern, and finish the season with 10 wins. That's a good year for the Bobcats right there. Howard and Florida A&M in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Florida A&M, this was a weird one, too. I didn't watch a whole lot of this one, but Florida A&M was a good football team. And they're at 12-1, but Howard gave them all they wanted in this thing. Howard was up at halftime, 16-10. They got a safety in the second quarter. But, yeah, this was kind of a back-and-forth type affair. Florida A&M winds up scoring late to get the victory in this thing. I think it was 3.5 in a lot of spots for some of the contests. Now, it actually wound up going up to Florida A&M around 6.5, I think. So, depending on where you got the line at, how early you got it, if you bet on that one at all. I didn't touch that one at all. Some books didn't even have the line on this one. But, yeah, I think it wound up in most of the contests in the Bowl Mania. That's probably one of the ones I won, actually, because I think it was Florida A&M minus 3.5 right there, and they get the job done. 30-26. Jacksonville State and Louisiana was an exciting game. Jacksonville State actually got a chance to go to a bowl. They were another one of those like James Madison that was not supposed to be able. They transitioned up from FCS to FBS, supposed to have to sit down 2 years, but they wound up getting to go to a bowl game in their first year in the FBS level, and they get it done in OT. This was an exciting game. Louisiana was up early on, but it was a battle back and forth. But the Gamecocks wind up scoring late in this thing and wound up winning in overtime 34-31 right there. And depending on where you got this line, some spots it went to -3 to Jacksonville State. This was another one, I think, that flipped all the way around where Jacksonville State was slight dogs in the beginning. But they wound up being, depending on where you got it, you might have got the cover right here or the push. So it was a close. They were right on with that line, but it was 34-31. Jacksonville State got the win at the end of that. So Miami and Appy State, this was a disgusting game, man. Down in the Avocados from Mexico Cura Bowl down in Orlando. It poured the entire time in this thing. I mean, it was a monsoon driving rain the entire game. And 13-9, Appy does not get the cover for us. They had a chance at the end right down there. Could have punched it in to get the cover. But it was a disgusting game. The most fumbles since I think there was 13 fumbles in this game. And I think it's the most fumbles since maybe 1976 or 77. But yeah, 13 fumbles in this game. It was gross to watch. It was pouring down rain the whole time. Appy State wins an ugly one, 13-9, does not get the cover. This is kind of a stupid game. That game kind of, I felt like Appy State could have punched in right there at the end, but they didn't have no reason to. With all those fumbles, why not? Fresno State. I missed this one too, man. New Mexico State, I'd sit there and watch them. They played pretty good football down the last month of the season. They got to go to the conference championship game where they wound up taking it on the chin and that thing to Liberty. But Fresno State, without their head coach, Jeff Tedford, he had stepped away for some personal health reasons, I believe. I don't know. I hope I'm not misspeaking on that, but I think it was something to do with his health. Just wanted to focus on that for a little bit, but he stepped away from the team. They had a bunch of guys in the portal. It didn't make any sense to me that Fresno State was just going to come in and blow the doors off in this thing, but they did. They stepped up, make some plays, win this thing going away. It was never close. They're up 17-3 at the half. Really just piled it on in the fourth quarter there. They were up 20-10 after the third quarter, but they scored 17 unanswered in the fourth. Wound up winning this thing 37-10. The Bulldogs without their head coach, Jeff Tedford. Y'all know how I feel about them Bulldogs. We rode them pretty hard early on, but another team in the back month of the season that did not look great and just didn't expect them to come out without their head coach and all those things. Didn't expect them to come out and look like the team that I had seen earlier in the year, but they did. They really, really beat a good New Mexico State team. Basically, on the road. This game was played in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So big win for the Fresno State Bulldogs right there. Let me catch up on y'all's chat, see if there's anything in here right now. Nope. Doesn't look Harold Post Mail. Harold Post Mail in the house. Welcome, sir. Or ma'am, whoever you are. Welcome. We're glad to have you in here. UCLA and Boise State. Man, Boise State was, I knew we were in trouble in this one. Boise State was getting down inside the scoring area early on and just getting field goals, getting held to field goals. I don't like seeing that. We get inside the 10-yard line. We need to get 6 out of that thing. Boise State just could not punch it in when they needed to. They were up 16-7 at the half, but then UCLA comes out in the third quarter, scores 21 unanswered points, and really just salted this thing away. I expected more out of Boise State. This UCLA team had looked really bad. I really thought Chip Kelly was on his way out the door here. You had several guys hit the portal. Boise State had fired their coach early in, I think it's been about 6 weeks ago now. Oh, hey, man, you did make it back. You all right?
Oh, so, yeah, I just was letting the team know that I wasn't going to come down today. I think I'm going to stay home.
That's fair, bro.
Dude, it's still like right now it hurts so goddamn bad. Plus, I think that if my wife is still sick, she's probably going to need some help today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a sick household, man. You got to tag team that thing right there.
Yeah, she's got 2 little ones, inside and
I was starting to say, she got all kinds of little ones everywhere, man. This UCLA Boise State game. Let's go back up, see if you got anything on these other ones. Did you
Harold Postmail in the house? What up, buddy?
Yeah, I seen him in there. Yeah, I guess that's welcome.
Glad to have you in. 662. You crazy guys watching? I like it. College football.
Did you see any of this Appy State Miami game?
I did not watch a lick of college football this weekend because there was NFL on, and I worked.
It poured in this game from warm-ups to post-game interviews. It poured down around. They had 13 fumbles in this game. The most fumbles since like 1977 or some crazy shit. Like nobody had ever fumbled this many times in our lifetime, bro. 13 fumbles in this game.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was gross. And Appy State even had a chance to punch it in late. They were down there, I think, 7-8 yard line, but the game's over. Basically, they're out of timeouts. But I'm like, just punch the ball in and give us the cover one time.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir. Did not happen. We talked about the other ones.
I had the UCLA. I had a feeling UCLA was going to beat up on Boise State.
Just doesn't make any sense as to why they did, man. And Boise looked good early on.
That's exactly why I picked it.
I'm like, you got rid of your quarterback. You've got rid of all these people. You've been playing bad with your starters in there. Why should these guys come in and handle? And Boise State on the other end of the spectrum, after firing their head coach and really righted the ship, wound up winning their conference. It looked good. And looked good early on in this thing, but it's never good when you're getting inside the 10. You're having to kick field goals instead of getting touchdowns.
Well, you know why UCLA won this one? It's because what I told you, Cricket, the Pac-12 is not losing a bowl game. Oh, wait.
I was like, wait a minute. Whatever, they're an ACC team now, man. We'll just say that.
Yeah, it's true.
California and the ACC. That makes all kinds of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll move on. We'll transition into that one. Texas Tech got it done right here in a battle of 6-6 teams, 34-14. Cal jumped out 14-7 this thing early. It was up 14-7 after the first quarter and didn't score a point the rest of the way.
Really?
Yeah. Up 14-7 at the end of the first. Got shut out the rest of the way, getting beat 34-14. Texas Tech really turned it on in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl right here. It's kind of a boring game, man. I really expected more out of that Cal team too to play well. Just beat that UCLA team 33-7 in the season finale. Had to feel pretty good. I just felt good about that Cal team, the way they had been kind of progressing throughout the year. They were trending in the right direction for me. Texas Tech is another one that kind of let me down a lot of spots. I had them as one of my dark horses to make some noise in that Big 12 early on. They kind of let the wheels fall off midway through there, but wound up getting a big win in that in the bowl game to finish 7-6 right there. Cal
we have one game today, but it's not pulled up. ESPN doesn't have it listed there, but there is a game today.
Who?
It's Western Kentucky and Old Dominion.
Who is that today? It's at the top,
yeah.
I think. There it is. Yeah, there it is. It's at the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we got.
Oh, yeah, Western Kentucky, Old Dominion. Okay, 2:30. Oh, it's a 2:30 game.
Oh, look at this. What is the actual spread? It says -2 here, +5.5 here.
Let me see here on DraftKings what we got.
This one's tough because you have Old Dominion that had such a great season, but then they have some key guys that have transferred out. But then also the same thing with Western Kentucky. They have a lot of linemen, big linemen and studs and stud linebackers. I think if I remember correctly from what I was hearing, the number one tackling linebacker in college football this year, I think it was on Western Kentucky or something like that. He transferred out.
I was probably in the portal.
As you should go to a bigger school if you're that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if you're leading the whole country in tackles, I'm sorry, I'm not going to play for the Hilltoppers. Yeah,
which is why I think you see that line flip from -4.5 to +5.5 for Western Kentucky because so many guys are out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think I may have to go back because I released all my picks for some of these games. We're still 2 or 3 weeks away from some of these games. May have to go back and reevaluate by some of these lines because I like Western Kentucky at +2.5. It may sound foolish to a lot of y'all out there, but I don't think I like Western Kentucky at +5.5. because there's a reason
when
they
you
gave
got
him those
that-
extra 3 points.
That's what makes these games so difficult is when, because like it wouldn't shock me if you got all of like half of Western Kentucky team is out because they hit the transfer portal. Still wouldn't surprise me if they came out and won by 3 touchdowns or something.
I
Like,
know bowl
some
games
things
are
happen.
so hard, dude. You see a team getting a couple points, they win by 40.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is going on here?
yeah.
That was at 2:30 p.m. today. The famous Toastery Bowl. Some of these bowl games.
Hey,
are
I might
unreal.
actually get to watch it now that I'm hanging out here.
That's hard to say, man. That'd be right around just before nap time for you, halftime.
Yeah, halftime. By the way, I forgot to say this. It just gets worse for Jags fans, man. Lawrence enters concussion protocol too. Damn.
Hey, man, I got a little ticket on the Colts to win that division at plus 550. Bro, I've started doing so. Fanatics gives you free bets every day. You usually get anywhere from a $1 to a $5 free bet every day. And so instead of just putting those on something, a little stupid parlay that I'm just going to lose anyway, I've just started building a monster portfolio of futures bets in every sport.
They let you do it on futures? That's cool.
I don't think they've figured it out yet. We've talked about them paying out some bets that don't win. I think the software's a little laggy right now. I don't think they figured it out, but as long as they let me, I'm going to have a monster portfolio worth of free bets.
That is awesome. Hey, we need to I keep forgetting because we always go over, by the way, since we have almost 700 of you guys in here now, I just want to mention, if you haven't already, go over to Underdog Fantasy. If you're into fantasy sports and you're into winning money like us, we're playing with house money still on this one. Come over to Underdog Fantasy. It's easy to sign up. Takes a matter of minutes. When you do, use promo code RUMBLE and they'll match your first deposit up to $500. As you see on there, the average person that signs up gets it matched up to $100. You use promo code RUMBLE. They'll match it all the way up to 500 for you. So go over to Underdog Fantasy. Sign up today. I keep forgetting that we can do other sports other than the NFL in this thing.
I know. But didn't we win one of those the other night?
Yeah, we did. So I was like, oh, we got to look at some basketball ones, find some edges in the NBA. Man, I'm going to have so much fun with this. I was going to say college football, but I don't see college football. Maybe it's just because there's only one bowl game today. I don't know. Do you see it? Is it on yours?
What, college football?
Yeah. I also need to look at some of this stuff because we need to look at this site more. Like, I didn't even realize they have rankings in this stuff for today, like what they're projected.
Man. Yeah. I
That's
need to
kinda
dive into this
cool.
thing a little more myself too. I've only really done when we do it, on here. It's the only time I've really dove into it. So I need to get on here and just sit down and break it down some.
They got a news feed. I didn't even know that.
Man,
You see what's going on in the world of NFL. You want to see what's going on in the NBA world. Ty Washington Jr. misses game with ankle sprain. I would have never known.
No, I wouldn't have known that either.
I didn't even know there was a guy named Ty in the NBA. That's good to know too.
It's fair. It's fair.
By the way, shout out to all of you guys in here. Smash the like button while you're here. We love Rumble. Rumble's the best. And this, here you go. Here's a little. That's to you guys because you guys are.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
We might have to cut down on some of these clips. It takes me forever to scroll through.
We got a lot of them, don't we? We're going to go ahead and narrow them down there.
I like them though. What do we pick for tonight's game? For underdog tonight, we went with. I'll pull it up here. We went with our boy Kenneth Gainwell over 8.5 receiving yards. He's going to get that in one catch, and then we went with the kicker.
Yep, Jason Myers
over 6.5. That's all we did. Maybe we'll look at some NBA. Maybe I'll look at some NBA edges today as I rest on the couch, and then see. Maybe we'll throw a little NBA, NFL, especially since as the morning goes on, we'll know more information. That we'll have more picks on here. So maybe a little halftime.
We can do that. I was going to say I'm probably about to have to hop off here. Now I got some other things I got to do this morning. But if you want to at halftime, if you're feeling up to it, if you're not, we can get on here and do some underdog stuff then if you want to.
Yeah, man, I gotta go get some Sprite or something from my tummy here. But actually, you know what would probably make it feel better? Nice cold Coors Light. That's never done me wrong.
I don't know about that, sir. That sounds like a bold move this morning, Cotton.
Yeah. So wait, you had a stomach ache, but you were drinking beer? Yeah, man, it made us feel so much better. Stomach still hurt, but at least I felt good, you know?
Yeah. At least I got my mind right. Anyway.
I go look at it and be like, it was pharmacist recommended. So
Yep. That's fair. I know
he's not a pharmacist, so I can't say that.
Fair enough.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah, if you wanna wrap things up here, we can do that. God. I'm piling through. Ooh, the Millie Goats sent us something. There we go. We did a good job today, I thought. Proud of us of getting through that NFL stuff. I know we were kind of all over the place, but it was if you haven't already, you want to go watch a recap of what happened yesterday. For those of you that are new, go back to the beginning of the stream and you'll catch us. Well, yeah, we'll probably do something at nap time today. I think so.
I'm down. Like I said, we can get down here and do some underdog stuff. I want to look at some hockey stuff. I'll break that down a little bit. Maybe we can throw a hockey one in there for tonight.
If I'm not hugging the toilet, let's see. Ooh, Healthport says he has a good one. We'll wait for that. He's got a good pick.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Loki says kicking or extra point. Remember, I messed that up last time. Well, lucky for you, there's only one option today, and it says over 6.5 kicking points, which means we need 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals and a touchdown, or we need 3 field goals made.
Yep. And once again, if y'all have not signed up yet, get over to Underdog Fantasy. Sign up using promo code RUMBLE. Get your 100% sign up bonus. The easiest way to do fantasy football. Just pick higher or lower. Get over there, join us, man. Make some money. We had a tough day yesterday, but we're playing on free money anyway.
Yeah,
we're gonna bounce back.
Helport, I'm waiting. What do you got?
What you got, man? Lay us a winner right there. Get us headed back in the right direction, man. I'm sure he does. That man knows his stuff too.
Steps was like, I've been on such a losing streak, and you want to do picks with me? And I go, absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it around, bro. I'm about to turn it around.
We didn't, but we were trying to.
A for effort.
Oh, you know what pissed me off yesterday about we got screwed on like so many of our plays. Like what was his name? The Giants kicker? You and I both had him in different parlays. He gets injured. When does he get hurt? Yeah, so I mean they didn't even score the touchdowns anyways.
He
didn't have a chance even if they did because he got hurt in like the beginning of the game. They had to have their punter.
I know. I noticed they only had 6. I just assumed he missed the one that he got a shot at or something. I didn't know he got hurt.
Yeah, no, he got hurt, so he was out. And I'm like, when does a place kicker ever get injured?
Yeah, I know. That's weird. It's like the Titans punter getting hurt if they had 2 punts blocked in the same game a couple weeks ago. It's weird when you see a place kicker get hurt.
Oh, I read the chat wrong. Dude, this is how you know. It was my stomach. My mind's all messed up, man. It hurts. Patriot says he was saying have a good day. He has a good pick. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
he said have a good day. Well, have a good day to you too, sir. Good luck to all y'all on your wagers out there today.
And then Patriot 4165 calls me a nerd. I deserve it. I deserve it. That was fair.
We're gonna try to jump in here at halftime with y'all today. We'll see how my man's feeling right here. If he's able to do it, we'll get
my nigga. Roll your window down.
That's right.
We'll get something going. Okay. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's been a fun show. We'll see you guys later today. All right. And until then,
good luck and good gambling.